Hello everybody. Today, I, Ashima, a student mentor, will talk about some golden tips that can help you enhance your performance in the upcoming CLAT exam. So with this, I'll be talking to you subject-wise, right? So, these are certain golden tips that can actually help you enhance your score in CLAT 2022. So now, let's just start with the favorite subject of all the law aspirants, that is legal studies. Right now, see, starting with the most important thing that you need to cover in legal is your legal current affairs, right? Because as you might have seen the pattern of CLAT in the previous CLAT exam as well, most of the questions were from the legal current affairs, right? So this is something that you actually need to revise and put in more efforts on your legal current affairs. This is the very first thing that you guys need to remember. Next is that please don't start anything new, but whatsoever you've learned, keep on revising it, keep on practicing it, try to solve more and more questions, try to solve more and more mocks, and try to answer the questions that you weren't able to solve in the previous mocks that you guys have given, right? It will actually help you know more about the topics that you have already learned, right? This is what you need to do for legal. Next, talking about English. See, how is English important in CLAT? See, English is important in CLAT because as the pattern of CLAT exam has changed, we see the questions in the form of paragraphs. So one thing that we need to revise is RCs. RCs are reading comprehensions, and you need to put in more focus on reading comprehension. It will improve your speed, it will improve your accuracy. And second thing that I have already mentioned here is focus on accuracy, because increasing your speed is what takes time. It is a gradual effort. Rome was not built in a day. Your reading speed won't be corrected in a single day. Hence, what you can focus on is, in the few days that are left for CLAT, is focus on your vocabulary, right? And focus on your accuracy. Vocabulary is something that can actually steer your boat through the storm of CLAT and help you in your English and, in that case, the entire CLAT paper, right? I hope it is clear. Now, moving ahead to the next topic, that is GK. See, most of the students, they have this fear of GK. And why? Is because there's a huge portion of current affairs involved in it, right? So how can we cover the current affairs of the previous 1 year? It is very difficult, right? So one thing that can sort it for you guys is the monthly magazine, right? So start reading the monthly magazines, read them once, twice, thrice, and as many times as it takes for you to register it in your memory, right? Information once registered can be utilized during the examination, and that is what we require, right? Hence, what you need to do is, you need to focus on reading monthly magazines. Next thing that I would like to tell you is, please focus on international relations this year. Why am I saying so? Because you might have noticed that the previous year and even this year was a complete turmoil when it came to international relations, right? There have been major shifts, Hence, you need to understand the gravity of the topic, and you need to understand how logical would it be for a national level examination to ask you questions from this topic. Hence, I request everybody, please do pay attention on this topic and read as many articles as you can on international relations and try to register them in your memory, right? With this, I am coming to the last topic, that is quants, the last subject in CLAT. And almost, this is the subject that most of the young aspirants are worried about. And why? Because see, most of the law aspirants, what they think is that they're not good in maths, right? So it becomes a fear here, right? So, talking about maths, one thing that I would like to tell you guys is that it just carries 20 to 25 marks, so you don't need to waste most of your time on this, right? So please don't waste your time on this. Yes, if you think that a little bit practice would do, please do practice, but don't waste most of your time on this, right? Because the input and the output ratio that you'll get in quants is really less. right? So please don't waste your time here. I'll be talking about a few topics that you need to cover in order to score well enough in your quant section. And these topics are: number 1, percentage; number 2, profit and loss; number 3 is speed, time, distance; and number 4, of course, is the ratio proportion. See, if you'll analyze the previous year papers of CLAT, most of the questions have been asked from these few topics, right? So this is what can help you in the subject that you have the most fear in, that is quants, right? I hope that each and everything is clear here. Each and every subject is clear here. I've given you the golden tips to crack each and every subject clearly, right? So moving ahead. So see, what is the slide saying? The slide says that if you can dream it, you can do it. And it is actually true. If you can dream about something, you can actually achieve it, because it is there in your mind. It is there on your mind, right? So something on your mind is easily achievable, right? So I'll give you a few tricks that can actually help you to achieve your dream. And why have we written dream like this? Is because, are you dreaming of NLUs? This is the very first question that each and everybody asks you, right, when you talk about CLAT. So here are we to give you certain tips on it. See, I have made this acronym for you, right? So what do we mean by dream here? What do we mean by dream here? This is what I'm going to explain you guys. See, the very first thing is dare to face dejections. See, it is a national level exam, right? The level of rejections and dejections that you guys get after giving your mocks is something that can ruin your mindset. It can upset you. Hence, it becomes very important for one to understand that mocks are just to revise. Mocks are just to practice. The marks that you get in your mocks won't end you up anywhere, right? Hence, dare to face dejections. Next thing, revision is the key, guys. Revision is the key. Keep on revising. Revise one time, twice, thrice, and as many times as you want to. But please do keep on revising. Third thing is expertise. Hone your skills, guys. If you're good in English, fetch the maximum number of marks in English. If you're good in GK, fetch the maximum number of marks in GK. Because apparently we'll be talking about the cutoffs. And cutoffs are nothing more or less than the marks, right? Hence, you need to hone your skills to get maximum number of marks in that subject, right? This is what it is. Next, this is very important right now because we know that we don't have much time left. Hence, what you need to do is you need to analyze. You need to analyze your mocks. If you are taking 2 hours to solve your paper, you need to give 3 to 4 hours to your analysis. You need to repeat each and every question again. Even if you were able to solve that question, even if the answer was right, please do attempt it again so that your mind takes a picture of it and it remains there, right? Next, make sure you don't look the glass half filled. See, guys, right now we're just left with a few days for CLAT paper, right? So whatsoever you've done is enough. Your glass is filled, right? It is not empty. So this is what you need to remember. Whatsoever you've done, you need to be happy in it, and you've done great. This is what you need to make yourself understand, right? So with this, I guess I'm quite clear on whatsoever I've told you guys, right? So this is the last slide, and we hope that each and every student might have taken some good tips from us. And thank you so much, guys.